Good afternoon, and welcome to the University at Albany's Performing Arts Center. Before our ceremony begins, please note the location of the fire exits nearest you. In this theater, the exits are located to your right and left, and to the rear of the auditorium. Also, if you have any noise-making electronic devices with you, such as cell phones or watches, we ask that you silence them now. Thank you for your attention, and the ceremony will begin shortly.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, you're an auto-writer right now.
No. 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 They have to march on first.
Please rise to greet the academic procession of the investiture ceremony marking the inauguration of the 20th president of the University at Albany.
Here's the music.
We're staying on.
The procession is led by the University at Albany Grand Marshal Distinguished Teaching Professor James Acker. The first group in our procession are delegates representing the higher education community, marching in order by the founding year of their institution. Almost 50 institutions are represented this afternoon, including many from the Capital Region, CUNY, and SUNY. All are listed in your program. The delegates are followed by members of the University at Albany faculty, including current and emeriti faculty. And now, the Inauguration Platform Party, comprised of the University at Albany Deans, the senior leadership of the University at Albany, President Emeritus of the University at Albany, Dr. Karen R. Hitchcock. Members of the University Council, Alondra Barawa, Nancy Burton, Mark Egan, Abner Jean-Pierre, James Maurer, and Tom Robertson. Trustees of the State University of New York, Courtney Burke, Mark Cohen, UAlbany class of 2016, and Eunice A. Lewin. Members of the University at Albany family offering greetings at today's ceremony. Student Association President Julissa Fontaine, Graduate Student Association Vice President Dylan Card, class of 2015, Faculty Senate Chair Karen Reinhold, and Alumni Association President Brian Fessler, class of 26 and 27. From the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, Dr. Ala Kubaj, Senior Associate Vice Provost for Faculty Affairs and Diversity. Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, James Steller, Chairman of the State University of New York Board of Trustees, H. Carl McCall, Chancellor of the State University of New York, Dr. Christina M. Johnson, and the 20th President of the University at Albany, Avidan Rodriguez.
Christy. Christy. The lights are not on, please. You're gonna sit? You're gonna sit?
Muy buenos días.
Muy buenas noches.
We have to practice that.
Buenos días.
Right? I can think of no better place than to be at the University at Albany.
And I am truly delighted to have been selected as the 20th president of this great institution.
We have extraordinary faculty, staff, students, and alumni. It is my great honor and my great pleasure to work with all of you. We are in the good hands of great people at this great institution.
Together, we will be the authors of UAlbany's success. It's promising and it is exciting. We will transform our communities. We will transform the state of New York. And yes, let's be ambitious. We will transform our world.
Let's continue to come together as one family, una familia, working together to continue to grow, to expand, and strengthen this institution. From the bottom of my heart, de mi corazón a su corazón, from my heart to your heart, muchísimas gracias. Thank you so very much.
We are UAlbany, and this is our time.
The University at Albany's all-female a cappella group, Serendipity, will now lead us in the singing of the national anthem. Please rise. Please be seated and welcome to the podium Dr. James Steller, the University at Albany's Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my great pleasure on behalf of our faculty and our entire academic enterprise to welcome you to this very celebratory occasion. A moment ago, you heard the impressive lists of individuals who are part of the processional. Now, allow me to tell you who the rest of you are. Among you are faculty, staff, students, alumni, community members from all walks of life, our neighbors, our elected officials, friends, longtime supporters, leaders from business and from higher education. Welcome. We are especially pleased to welcome those who have traveled far and wide to witness and celebrate the investiture of their colleague, friend, spouse, father, son, brother, uncle, and cousin. Thank you so much for joining us on this truly historic day. And with that, it is my duty and honor to officially convene this inauguration ceremony for the 20th president of the University at Albany, Rodri guez.
Please welcome colleagues, friends, and students from the University at Albany who offer greetings to President Rodri guez.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brian Fessler, and I'm a proud alumnus from the classes of 2006 and 2007, and have the privilege of serving as the president of the University at Albany Alumni Association. This afternoon, the UAlbany alumni community is so very proud to welcome our 20th president, Dr. Rodri guez, into our long-standing family. In fact, for more than 150 years, the Alumni Association has been keeping our alumni family connected to each other and to their alma mater. Now, President Rodri guez may have only been here for 7 months, but in that short time, he has demonstrated a strong commitment to engage our alumni in the life of the university. His communications and collaborations with the Alumni Association have been exemplary, and I'm excited to help continue to grow that friendship. We are very proud to stand with him today to celebrate and look forward to our continuing partnership to keep alumni connected and make UAlbany stronger. Thank you, and congratulations, President Rodri guez.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Karin Reinhold, Associate Professor of Mathematics and the Chair of the University Senate. It is my honor and my delight to welcome you, President Rodri guez, as the 20th President of the University at Albany. Today, we officially begin a new chapter in the life of our university, having established the strategic plan, a result of a year-long collaborative enterprise. President Rodri guez, you are joining the University at Albany at a crucial moment in our history. We are growing new schools, programs, and departments while facing increased competition from traditional and online educational institutions across the country and perhaps the world. Shrinking student demographics and complex financial constraints. Now, challenges present opportunities that promote innovation on the way we think about what we do, on the way we conduct research and scholarly work, and on the way we deliver services that enhance and promote the academic achievement of our students. We know now we have chosen in you the right president for leading our transformation. You have demonstrated exceptional leadership, supported by a welcoming and inclusive style that inspires trust and promotes collegial dialogue. The great gift of working together in a university is a collaboration among intelligent, thoughtful, and creative people. Ours is a collaborative enterprise. Successful regions of the world are anchored around great universities. Faculty, professionals, staff, administrators, students, coaches, librarians, advisors, alumni, and members of our capital region all play a role shaping our future. All of us have committed our skills, our life, and our hearts to this university and to the success of this region. With your inspiring leadership and the empowering force of a clear vision for an outstanding university at Albany, this university on the move will be transforming itself for leading regional economic growth. Let us embrace our path by infusing enthusiasm in all that we do, with joy from our accomplishments and those of our students. Together, we go farther. Unidos, podemos más. On behalf of the faculty and professionals, congratulations on your inauguration. Welcome to our family. Bienvenido a nuestra familia. Welcome to University at Albany.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. So I am Dylan Card. I am a proud alumnus of this university. I graduated in 2015, and I'm now serving as the Graduate Student Association president. On behalf of all of the graduate students, I extend you, President Rodri guez, our warmest welcome. UAlbany's Graduate Student Association encourages professional development, social and intellectual interaction amongst our doctoral, master's, and certificate program students. We seek to promote values such as social justice, equity, sustainability, and academic freedom. I can assure you all that President Rodri guez shares these values and has been an advocate for our graduate student population. In fact, if the energy and enthusiasm you've shown in your first 7 months here is any indication, we are in for some exciting times. On a personal note, I'd like to express how much of a pleasure it's been to work with you on the strategic planning process. I've seen firsthand your commitment to engaging the students in the process of moving this university forward in meaningful ways. We look forward to our continuing collaboration. I'd like to congratulate you again on this special day.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, I love the energy. All right. My name is Julissa Juju Fontaine. I'm currently a senior at the university, majoring in human biology, and I'm also a senior, serving as the current Student Association president. And may I mention, I will be graduating this May. Thank you. But most importantly, I just want to say thank you all so much. It is truly my honor to be here with you all to honor and celebrate President Rodriguez as the 20th president of the University at Albany. Please applaud him, everyone. President Rodriguez understands the university student experience. Like much of our student body, he himself is a first-generation graduate within his family, and he has been raised in the Bronx by a working mom who simply wanted the best for her son. Hello, Mrs. Rodriguez. Can you please stand up? On behalf of the university, we thank you so much for raising such a tremendous person. He is truly great. His path to this presidency might have been a unique one, but we feel it was truly meant to be. Since President Rodriguez joined UAlbany, in fact, even before he was actually on the job, he has engaged students in conversations at every level about the issues that mean the most to us, and he has always listened. I have thoroughly enjoyed working with our president this past year, and I know that our next generation of student association leaders are left in great hands. Congratulations, President Rodriguez. And now, it is my honor to once again bring to the podium one of the most talented student organizations on campus, Serendipity, who will lead our UAlbany family in the singing of the Alma Mater.
Wisdom's duty heeds thy call, ever in Minerva's thrall. Pass the torch from one to all, guide each destiny. Neath the purple and the gold, let thy history unfold. Sons and daughters, young and old, hail to Albany.
Now, please welcome President Rodriguez's former colleague, Dr. Ala Kobaj, Senior Associate Vice President for Faculty Affairs and Diversity and Interim Dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science at the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, who will bring greetings on behalf of the nation's higher education community.
When you don't know from where the voice is coming, you just... Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez, for inviting me. My name is Ala Kobaj. I'm coming from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, where Dr. Rodriguez used to work. I have known Havidan since 2011, when I worked under him as Vice Provost for Faculty Affairs at the University of Texas Pan American, UTPA, and then as Vice Provost for Faculty Affairs and Diversity at the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, UTRGV. During that time, Havidan and I wrote the Advanced Institutional Transformation Grant to the National Science Foundation for the purpose of increasing the representation and advancement of women in STEM fields. And guess what? We got the grant, a little bit over $3 million, with Havidan being the PI and myself being the co-PI. Under Havidan's leadership at both UTPA and UTRGV, we were able to establish and cultivate numerous initiatives and programs to promote the success of our faculty, the success of our staff, and ultimately the success of our students. Havidan also, as many of you know, led the creation of UTRGV, a new university in the 21st century that was formed from the consolidation of two existing universities, UTBA and UTRGV, with the addition of the School of Medicine. Over those years, Havidan has come to be not just a great boss, but also an inspiring mentor and a close friend. I really miss working with you. UAlbany, I know you want to know more about your new president. So here are 4 things that you should know about him. I'm gonna tell you all the secrets because I'm not from here. I'm the only one who can speak freely. Number 1, he's a family man. Havidan loves his wife, Rosie, his kids. His kids, Yarizda, Javi, and Ricardo, his mother, his sister, they are a lovely family. And you will get to know Rosie, probably you know her. She's a fabulous woman. And by the way, she's a great host. We really miss her at UTRGV. You are lucky to have her. I just want to mention, and by the way, I'm bringing greetings from the girls. They are watching me now. The girls who used to work and the staff in the office of the provost. They are bringing their greetings to you here. And those folks, Havidan treated them like family. He takes the time to listen to them, and he truly cares about them. So they are missing you as well, and I have to pass their greetings to you. And they are watching me now, so I deliver the message, girls. The other thing that you need to know about your new president, and probably you have figured that out, he's big on student success and student engagement. And when he makes his decisions, it all comes down to what is best for the students. What's best for the students? I've seen that firsthand, and I've seen that in action. He's also big on staff and faculty success. He's always willing to invest in professional development of his faculty and staff because he deeply believes that it's faculty and staff success that drives student success and achievement. Finally, he's very passionate about promoting diversity and inclusion. And that's why he has been engaged in so many diversity initiatives, including the advanced program. I have to admit that we truly miss you, Havidan, at UTRGV. We miss your vision and leadership. We miss your passion and energy. And above all, we miss your mentorship and your friendship. And I just want to thank everyone for being so welcoming. Christy, I still want to meet Christy. I've been asking about her. She has been calling all Christy. Thank you. Thank you. Christy. Jim, the provost, has been very welcoming. You know, Kevin, Kim, the Dean of Engineering, everybody has been so kind. The students, we met some of the students, great students at the campus. You know, at the campus center, everybody has been very kind, very welcoming, so I want to thank you for that. And by the way, I just told Jim something. I was in the campus center, and one of the servers came to me, and she told me, "Are you the new president?" You know, actually, by the way, 2 or 3 did that for me. So you know my answer? I told her, "I'm not the new president, but I feel like that because everybody's treating me so nicely and so kind." So thank you for doing that. I've done my part. The last thing I just want to mention, I just want to add one of our colleagues at UTRGV, Dr. Cynthia Brown. You see her name on the program. She wanted and she was scheduled to be here on the program today, but she had a family emergency. She asked me to pass her greetings and her apologies for not being able to be here, as well as her congratulations to you on your choice of your new president. Thank you very much.
Please welcome to the podium H. Carl McCall, Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York.
Who put me after him? Good afternoon, distinguished faculty, staff, students, families, elected officials, and guests. I'm so honored to be here on behalf of the SUNY Board of Trustees and the entire SUNY system. I'm also joined by other trustees, Eunice Lewin, Courtney Burke, and Mark Cohen. We are all here to offer greetings during the installation of the 20th president of the University of Albany, Dr. Rodri guez. I'm really thrilled to be here today as we usher in a new era in UAlbany's history. I'm excited about the heights that this institution will reach under Dr. Rodri guez's leadership. UAlbany has always been a gem in the SUNY system, and I know that Dr. Rodri guez is the perfect person to polish and protect it. President Rodri guez has come to SUNY with an exemplary resume that has uniquely prepared him to lead the University of Albany into the future. He has over 25 years of experience as a highly sought-after leader in higher education. He is the founding provost and executive vice president for academic affairs at the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, a public research university that he was instrumental in creating. The University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley now serves over 27,500 students in 11 schools and colleges. Havadon is also a world-renowned scholar who has provided invaluable research on the socioeconomic impacts of disasters and the economic well-being of minority populations in the United States and Puerto Rico. Dr. Rodri guez has offered invaluable contributions to the realm of higher education. I consider SUNY to be exceptionally fortunate to have him join our ranks. Recently, considerable debate has arisen regarding the value of public higher education. Many have asserted that college educations yield no true financial benefit and overly polarize students, thus undermining the progression of American society. We know that research proves those claims to be incorrect. A recent study performed by the Equality of Opportunity Project has shown that the unemployment rate for college graduates today is a mere 2.5%, and that public higher education propels almost 6 times as many low-income students into the middle and upper classes than all top-tier college campuses combined. Look at what education has done for the people on this stage. Behind me sits a Latin American man who is preparing to be installed as the president of one of the most prestigious institutions in public education. Beside him sits a woman who is phenomenally leading the largest comprehensive public university system in America. I stand before you as an African American man who has been incredibly blessed to chair the State University of New York's Board of Trustees for nearly 8 years. We all come from modest backgrounds. We all started with very little. However, education, the education that we received allowed us to accomplish the dreams that we have never imagined, and that's why we're here today. Our institutions enable vast numbers of citizens to live their best lives. SUNY truly stands as the harbinger of opportunity and the vanguard of the American dream. Dr. Rodri guez, as you lead the University of Albany to greater levels of accomplishment, I ask that you will serve as a champion of higher education. Tell the story of the wonderful things that UAlbany is doing individually and the phenomenal things that the State University of New York is doing as a whole. We have a tremendous story of changed lives, improved outcomes, and empowered communities that we must learn to tell that story better. I ask that you will show us how to do that. Now, President Rodriguez, I leave you with a second charge as you begin to lead this great institution. I hold you responsible for equipping your students with this rising generation with the skills and resources they need to effectively participate in civic engagement. I charge you to lead UAlbany in encouraging its students to invest in their passions for social justice. From the American Revolutionary War to the Civil Rights Movement, every great crusade that has propelled this country closer to actualizing its ideals has been led by young people. We've always looked to them to compel America to become what it should be, as opposed to settling for what is. We must follow the examples of our children as they demand that our political institution do what is right, not merely what is politically expedient. Dr. Rodriguez, if our students are to continuing to lead us, visionaries like you must teach them how. It's only through a civically engaged and politically active populace that our country will reach its fullest potential. We must do our part to transform our student body into that populace. This is one of the greatest gifts that we can offer our students as they fight to secure the well-being of our country's future. Dr. Rodriguez, I charge you as University of Albany's 20th president to offer our students this gift. I have no doubt that our students will experience unprecedented growth and success under your leadership. UAlbany is in phenomenal hands. Dr. Rodriguez, congratulations.
Please welcome to the podium Dr. Christina Johnson, Chancellor of the State University of New York.
Inspiring remarks. Thank you very much, Chairman McCall. President and Mrs. Rodriguez and family, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, students, alumni, community members, and the entire University at Albany's family, thank you for coming together to celebrate the installation of Dr. Javidan Rodriguez as your new president. I'm honored to represent the State University of New York along with members of our Board of Trustees, Chairman Carl McCall, Courtney Burke, Mark Cohen, and Eunice Lewin, and your fellow presidents that are here. And I have a message for Vice Provost Ala Kabaj. We can always find a place for you. The process to select Dr. Rodriguez was rigorous and thorough, and I'd like to thank the search committee led by Michael Castellano and the Board of Trustees, elected officials, community leaders, students, faculty, and staff for their superb efforts that resulted in the selection of this extraordinary leader. Since its founding in 1884, the University at Albany has been a pioneer in higher education. That first class was comprised of 29 students, both men and women. This year, the university welcomed 2,800 freshmen, the largest ever incoming class. UAlbany has grown in size, stature, and curriculum and has become distinguished in so many fields, and I know if I mention any of them, I'll get into trouble, so they include clinical psychology, criminal justice, public affairs and policy, and emergency preparedness, among many others. So it's my pleasure to formally welcome Dr. Rodriguez as the University at Albany's new president. Dr. Rodriguez began his work here early last fall. On his second day, he decided to take a walk around campus and make surprise visits to students, faculty, and staff. He walked to the business school, the food court, the library, and other popular spots on campus. He greeted everyone in the same way, with a genuine smile and an outreached hand. "Hi, I'm Dr. Rodriguez, your new president." Juju was one of those first students. Her response was, "No." Ever resourceful, Dr. Havadan pulled up his photo from the website on his smartphone, and there were hugs all around. In another surprise visit, he entered an office and introduced himself to a staff member at the front desk. She shook his hand and then got up and left the room without a word. But Dr. Rodriguez knows how to handle those things. He stood there gracefully, patiently, quietly. And a few minutes later, she did return, this time with her supervisor. But these stories are telling about Dr. Rodriguez's personal leadership style, which values each and every individual faculty member, student, and staff, and the recognition that each person contributes to the distinctiveness of the University at Albany. Dr. Rodriguez's drive is to realize this university's potential. The promise and importance of the SUNY educational narrative resonates deeply with Dr. Rodriguez's own life experiences, as Juju mentioned. You see, 25% of SUNY students are the first in their families to go to college. Dr. Rodriguez moved from Puerto Rico to the Bronx when he was a child. His mother, a single parent, drove a New York City taxi in order to afford her children the opportunities she never had. So Dr. Rodriguez carries with him the memory of a parent's sacrifices to give Havadan and his two sisters a better life. Let's give her a round of applause. And he is committed to doing the same for our students here at the University of Albany. Both his leadership style, background, and experience have prepared Dr. Rodriguez for this day. And we are all so confident that he is the right leader at the right time that we scheduled his installation for Friday the 13th. I have witnessed his leadership firsthand. After the Hurricanes Irma and Maria, I appointed Dr. Rodriguez to co-chair a system-wide task force to focus on disaster relief in Puerto Rico. Since then, he has worked tirelessly to assess how SUNY can help its residents in Puerto Rico and traveled there to see firsthand what assistance we can provide to our fellow U.S. citizens in Puerto Rico. He is a great connector. He's connected us to key academic leaders on the island, leaders such as the co-founders of the National Institute of Energy and Island Sustainability, Professor Cecilia Ortiz Garcia and Marla Perez Lugo, both of whom coincidentally happen to be his former students. In one of the great American literary works of the last century, Miller's Salesman, Linda says of fearless people, "Attention must be paid. Attention must be paid." Dr. Rodriguez, you are a fearless leader, not in a dangerous way, but in a good way. And we will pay attention and support you and your efforts to lead the University of Albany forward. And now it is my great honor to ask Dr. Rodriguez and Chairman McCall to join me at the podium. Dr. Rodriguez, you have the most important privilege and responsibility of leading the University at Albany, established in 1884, to the fulfillment of its great promise as an institution of higher learning and an integral partner in the region. As Chief Executive Officer, you are assigned all the powers, duties, and responsibilities appropriate to the post. We are confident that under your leadership, this institution, pursuing the highest traditions of teaching, scholarship, and public service, will continue its dedication to this region, to the state, to the nation, and the world. By virtue of the authority invested in me by the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York, I hereby present to you, friends of the college, the 20th President of the University at Albany, Dr. Havadan Rodriguez. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Can we put them down over your head?
Muy buenas tardes. I now have bling. Thank you, Chancellor Johnson. Also, thank you very much for your leadership of this great system of higher education. Chairman McCall, Chancellor Johnson, SUNY trustees, elected officials, members of the Platform Party, presidents and colleagues from across SUNY and other institutions of higher education, UAlbany faculty, staff, students, members of the Capital Region community, my dear family and friends, what a privilege and an honor it is to be here before you today. This is truly a humbling moment. As someone who primarily grew up in a single mother household, lived in poverty, spent part of his youth in the Bronx, and received a high school education in auto mechanics, a day like this would have seemed light years away, if not impossible. However, thanks to the support of family, friends, teachers, mentors who believed in me, it became possible for me to pursue this path. I am truly fortunate to have a family that has supported me, has put their faith in me, trusted me, and loved me. My mother, my sister, my beautiful wife, Rosie, our 3 children, Ricardo, Avi, and Yaritza, were my inspiration and my guides as I moved through the path and trajectory that was not straightforward. It was difficult, complicated, and challenging, but how rewarding it has been. I had friends and mentors along the way who provided their strong support and friendship. Some of them are here today, my dear colleagues and friends from Puerto Rico and Texas. Some of us even created a new university and a school of medicine from the ground up together. Right, Marty? How challenging it was, but what an amazing experience. As a result of this strong and positive support, here we are at this celebratory moment in which the 20th president of this extraordinary Research One University stands before you. An individual's success is a collective effort. It is a result of the work of others. The true measure of an individual's success is based on the success of those around you. This is how we all truly succeed. This is how we measure the success of this institution, by seeing our success linked to the success of others and the success of our communities. I have long admired the writings and wisdom of Nelson Mandela, and I find great inspiration in these words, and I quote, "Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do." This sentiment motivates me to continue to move forward no matter the obstacles. This is the mindset that I believe we as leaders must bring to our organizations and communities. I am indeed passionate about this great institution and am dedicated to its success. At the same time, I am deeply grateful and humbled by the opportunity to serve. It is an honor to serve our students, to serve the State University of New York, to serve our region, our state, our nation, and our world by helping to build, enhance, and strengthen the university at Albany. But today, go ahead. But today is a celebration of the university at Albany. Today we recognize our achievements and rededicate ourselves to creating an even brighter and more exciting future. Presidential transitions present a tremendous opportunity for institutions to re-engage, reimagine, and rededicate themselves. I can tell you today that this university has embraced this opportunity with open arms, hearts, and minds, and we are ready to get to work and to generate transformational change. Because of the readiness and openness, we have been able to make incredible strides. In September 2017, we embarked together on a great journey, and we began to write the next chapters of UAlbany's amazing story. We began with a listening and learning tour across our three campuses, deep dives into UAlbany's strengths, challenges, and opportunities. This helped to define the priorities that will allow us to meet our potential as a leading urban public research university. Next, a diverse group of about 110 UAlbany stakeholders came together to develop our core priorities and create a plan around these priorities. And then our strategic plan co-chairs, Provost Jim Steller and Vice President Mike Christakis, set out on a 30-stop roadshow with a draft plan directly engaging at least 1,000 individuals of our community to shape our final plan. Finally, last week, we proudly launched UAlbany's new strategic plan, Authoring Our Success, a milestone that will set our course for the next 5 years and beyond. The title is drawn from a line in our new mission statement, which speaks to our commitment to empowering every member of our community to become the authors of their own success, of our success. It also speaks to the deeply collaborative process of creating this plan. I have been truly impressed and inspired by the participation, engagement, and excitement that this planning process has generated. Throughout this process, we were strategic, we were selective and organized, but we also developed a sense of urgency. Right, Jim? Right, Mike? This is the same way we will build this great university and reach our promise for our future. This is our plan, created by our community, and it represents an invitation to everyone, to each and every one of you, to help us write the story of our future. Yes, together we will be the authors of UAlbany's success. This university has a long and rich history dating back to 1844, with many great authors along the way. This is the nature of extraordinary institutions, and like every great story, UAlbany has seen many changes over the years and decades, some challenging and some rewarding. Change is complicated, change is difficult, but it also presents great opportunities. Nevertheless, some of you are probably thinking, we hope this is the last leadership change for years to come. And I can tell you, Rosie doesn't want to pack any more boxes. In making the move to this role, I read an interesting book by John Moore and Joan Burrows called Presidential Succession and Transition. And I would like to read a couple of quotes that I found helpful. And I quote, "Presidential transitions involve more than simply searching for a new president. They are complex processes with implications that extend far beyond those typically acknowledged. Many individuals are undergoing transition along with the departing and the entering leaders. Their needs must be considered during the transition as well. However, the authors go on to say that presidential transitions provide an opportunity for an institution to re-examine its current agenda, including its purposes, priorities, people, structures, and way of doing things. That is what we have done because, simply put, leadership changes are unsettling occasions for organizations, but they are times to come together as a great institution of higher education, and that we are at the University at Albany. And these past chapters and changes at UAlbany have also fostered a strong and enduring core values and resiliency. These values also informed the development of our strategic plan. Access for all to pursue learning and excellence. Integrity, acting with honesty and accountability in every endeavor. Inclusive excellence, valuing diversity in all its dimensions. Finally, a commitment to work collectively toward the common good and to create a sustainable way of life on this planet. And as we work collaboratively, focused on our strengths and opportunities, we identified 5 core priorities that represent these values along with our strengths, our identity, and our aspirations. Student success, because our students are at the center of all that we do. Research excellence, building on our strengths in innovation, discovery, and creative activity. Diversity and inclusion, continuing to lead as one of the nation's most diverse research universities. Internationalization, increasing our reach, visibility, and impact across the globe. And engagement and service, expanding our role locally and globally as an engaged partner and anchor institution for our communities. Throughout the realization of our goals around these 5 priorities, we will fulfill our mission of supporting the success of everyone in our campus communities and beyond. And I am confident that as we move forward to meet our goals, we will thrive to fulfill our vision, which is to be the nation's leading diverse public research university, providing the leaders, knowledge, and innovations to create a better world. Because we have built this strong foundation, when the next chapters of UAlbany's story are written, it will be a story of progress. The construction of our emerging technology entrepreneurship complex will be complete. This facility will be an interdisciplinary center for nationally leading academic and research programs focusing on issues such as weather, climate, emergencies, and disasters, but also designed to create entrepreneurial opportunities. And the renowned Schuyler Building will be the home to our growing College of Engineering and Applied Sciences, infusing UAlbany into the lifeblood of the city of Albany and the capital region. We will have created a graduate school that revitalizes, strengthens, and creates innovative and greatly needed graduate programs, both online and face-to-face. Our important programs in STEM, education, the arts, humanities, social sciences, business, public health, public policy, and social welfare will be thriving. We will have seen significant growth in our research enterprise with increased focus on our unique strengths, innovation, interdisciplinary work, and international collaborations. We will have celebrated countless success stories regarding our world-class faculty, our talented staff, our diverse and amazing students, and our high-achieving alumni. We will build the diversity of our faculty, staff, and graduate students to more closely reflect the diversity of our undergraduates. We will have expanded and strengthened the relationships with everyone here today, along with powerful new partnerships that benefit every member of our community. And we will be speaking with one clear voice about who we are and about our path forward. But we know that we cannot write this story alone. To get there, we need each and every one of you to be a co-author. Together, we must break down the barriers that impede our growth and success. To build on our current success, we will bring our strategic plan to life with new ideas that will realize our collective vision for this exciting future. Now, some of you might be thinking right now, Mr. President, Avidan, or in the case of my mother, Hijo. This all sounds very ambitious, and I would like to say, yes, you are right. This may be ambitious and aspirational, but this is the future of the university at Albany. Vice Presidents, get ready. Yes, we will confront many challenges along the way. There will be ups and downs. There will be successes and failures. There will be times when we will celebrate and others in which we will simply want to burst in tears with sadness and disappointment. This is the true nature of trying to be inspirational and aspirational, but working together collectively and collaboratively, we will experience great success and will accomplish many excellent things for our institution, for our students, and for our communities. Yes, colleges and universities are navigating very serious and critical issues, as well as significant changes that may impact the very foundations of institutions of higher education today throughout the country. Nevertheless, again, working together, we will continue to move UAlbany in the right direction and will implement transformational changes. However, to paraphrase Nelson Mandela, I ask you not to judge us by our success or by our failures, but judge us by how many times we fall and we get up again, by how we continue to move forward, by how hard we try, by the fact that the Great Danes never give up and we will confront every challenge. And we will confront every challenge and make the difficult decisions with one ultimate purpose: to promote excellence in everything that we do and to ensure that our faculty, our staff, and our students are successful and they are engaged global citizens, helping transform our communities and our world. This will require focus, discipline, hard work, accountability, and yes, of course, a sense of urgency. And there is something else we will need, and that something is greatness. But the reality of the matter is that greatness already lives here in our classrooms, in our research labs, in our museum, on our athletic courts and fields, in our residence halls, in administrative offices, in our performing arts center, in our people, in our faculty, in our staff, students, alumni, and community members. There is greatness in the fact that we have a nationally and internationally acclaimed New York State Writers Institute, a school of criminal justice that's ranked number 2 in the nation, a University of Albany School of Education that was recognized in the top 10 nationally for online graduate education, Thanks to our nationally leading digital forensics program, UAlbany was designated as a national center of academic excellence in cybersecurity research. There is greatness in the fact that we are among the top 10 universities in the country in terms of Latino and Latina student success. And 2 of our peer advising programs won National Excellence Awards, Middle-earth Peer Advising and our Office Campus Ambassadors. And the fact that the New York Times earlier this academic year ranked UAlbany among the top 20 selective public colleges in the country as an economic engine of opportunities for our students. And further, according to a 2017 yet-to-be-unveiled economic impact study, UAlbany has a $1 billion annual impact on the capital region. UAlbany makes another 3,000 jobs in the region possible beyond the nearly 5,000 faculty and staff that we employ directly. UAlbany converts every dollar it receives in state appropriation into $12 in overall economic impact to the region. We are also proud that our men's lacrosse team was the first SUNY Division I team to attain a #1 national ranking. We are making history, and no one can take that away from us. And by the way, Matthew Campbell from our men's track and field program is now the #1 ranked high jumper in the U.S. this season. Talking about setting the bar high. Finally, greatness is reflected in our students. Our students and our student leaders excel and make excellent contributions to our institution, to SUNY, and our communities. We are so very proud of our students at the University at Albany. And speaking of students, let me ask you all a question. When the UAlbany class of 2022 arrives this coming August, how many of them do you think will be expecting to graduate from the University at Albany? That was a question? Thank you. Yes. The answer is 100%. Nobody comes here expecting they will not succeed. Our expectations for them and ourselves must match that level of optimism and possibility while maintaining the highest standards of academic excellence. As Mandela said, it always seems impossible until it is done. Although there's much more work to do and many challenges to overcome, yes, greatness already beats in the heart of this great university. But we need to continue to work hard to ensure the success of our students, of this great institution, and our vibrant communities. Strong, sustainable, and long-lasting partnerships will be critical to our success and to the success of the capital region, the state of New York, and beyond. Therefore, we must continue to build bridges and create communities. While the details of the next chapters of UAlbany have yet to unfold, I know, and you know, that this is our time. It is our time to fully realize our tremendous potential. And once again, Mandela said it best. It is in your hands, it is in our hands to make a better world for all those who live in it. This is our vision. This is our calling. And now it is the moment to unleash UAlbany's greatness. Again, I cannot thank each and every one of you enough for being here today, for all that you have done and all that you will continue to do in the future of this great institution, this region, and for institutions of higher education across the country. Please remember, you are also the co-authors of UAlbany's success. To my mother, a mi querida madre, a mi querida hermana, a mis hijos maravillosos, a mi preciosa esposa, somebody translate please, and to all my dear family and friends, los amo mucho. I love you very much. To all my friends and colleagues who made this day possible, from the amazing staff in our Office of University Events, the Office of Marketing and Communications, the Performing Arts Center, facilities, the Office of the President, and so many others, thank you. To every member of our faculty and staff, I look forward to shaking your hand at the reception today and again during commencement weekend. To all of you here today, thank you so very much. Muchísimas gracias. Muy buenas tardes. We are the Great Danes. Thank you.
Please welcome the University at Albany's all-male a cappella group, the Earth Tones, who will close today's ceremony with the UAlbany fight song.
Purple and gold, your colors shining through. Here's the Carolines are ringing true. State of New York sends up its cheers to you. Let's go Albany. Hail, young and old, shall prevail in gold. One true triumphant call. Albany Danes are standing tall. Purple and gold, our flags are waving high. Singing our victory song into the sky. All of the world will hear our mighty cry. Let's go Albany. Hail, young and old, we shall prevail in gold. One true triumphant call. Albany Danes are standing tall. Purple and gold, your colors shining through. Here's the Carolines are ringing true. State of New York sends up its cheers to you. Let's go Albany.
Thank you all for being a part of this historic day at the University at Albany. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please join us in the Lecture Center concourse for a reception to celebrate with President Rodri guez, his wife Rosie, and other members of the UAlbany and Rodriguez-Lopez families. For directions to the reception, please exit through the lobby and university staff will guide you. We now ask that you please remain in your seats until the recessional is concluded. Thank you.